Welcome to another edition of Ultimate Tips. Well, today we're going to be talking about winches. Now, winches is a question that comes up at the shop every single day. What type of winch do I need? What will fit in my vehicle? What won't? What's good quality and what's not? So today we're going to do a bit of a run through and explain a little bit about winches. As you can see here, we've got a massive range of winches, and on the market there's absolutely huge ranges of winches that you can buy. Now, a lot of people know that there's cheap winches out there, and you can certainly go down to your local auto accessory store and pick up a winch for a ridiculous price, not to mention on eBay. But winches are one of the biggest things that will fail out there on your car, and right when you need it. And 9 out of 10 times it'll be that cheap winch that you picked up for a few $100 that you thought was going to work, and when you really need it, didn't get you out of trouble. So like anything, you get what you pay for. Make sure you go for something that's reasonably high quality. You don't need to spend a massive amount of money to get a really good quality winch. And you can see here some of these type of winches that we do. They even come with remote control, so you don't even need to be, you've got a complete cordless setup to actually get to them. And here's a few examples. Now, this particular winch is running what we call plasma rope. And it's not a cable, it's a lot safer and it's a lot lighter. Getting the weight down on the front of the car is really important. Having a winch that's going to handle the conditions is also really important. The stuff we put our four-wheel drives through is quite amazing. River crossings, going through massive mud holes and bog holes and operating it in the worst conditions and making sure the winch works is really important. And a lot of these winches are actually IP rated, so it means that they'll actually are almost waterproof. You can run them underwater and they work really, really well. So going for a high quality winch that has a really good remote setup, going for something with very good quality cable, making sure it's going to fit into your vehicle properly and work is really, really important. Servicing winches is also another important thing. A lot of people will leave a winch on the front of their car and they expect it to work in 3 years' time. They've never checked it, they've never run it, they've never done anything to actually service it, and more often than not they don't work, especially when it comes to the cheaper winches. So going for a good quality winch will mean it's going to sit on the front of the car in the elements and last a lot longer than the cheap stuff. But what I do is, with my winch, every couple of months I actually put it in the free spool position, so we're not actually engaging the gearbox, and I run the winch till it's actually warm to touch, till the actual motor's warm to touch. What that does is dries out any water that may have got in, any water ingress, because some winches are actually designed to get water in. They're vented, and they're designed to get water in, and they're designed for air to get in and actually dry that out. And if you don't dry the water out inside the winch, well, it could end in failure, because the water will get in and corrode the winch out. So, good quality winches means they're going to work when you need them, making sure that you've got the right tonnage winch. So what a lot of people don't realise is a big Land Cruiser or something like that, fully loaded up with a camper, all the weight on there, weighs a massive amount. Not to mention if you're bogged in mud or sand or somewhere difficult, it's actually increasing the weight of the car. So a lot of people will under-spec what type of winch goes on there, and they end up with the wrong winch. So making sure you've got the winch with the right tonnage rating, and you can see some of the winches we have here, 10,000 pound, 9,000 pound, they even go up to 12,000 plus. But you need the expert advice to make sure that size winch is actually going to fit on your car. So give us a call here at Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive. Our expert staff know all about winches and what winch is going to suit your car. Importantly, whether it's going to fit there, what size you need, and whether it's going to do the job. So not going for the cheapest is the most important. Making sure it's fair priced but has a good warranty, it's going to fit and it's going to work is absolutely what it's all about, because really having one of these things on board can mean the difference between saving your vehicle or not and getting yourself out of the absolute worst conditions. We don't go out tending to get stuck and be in a lot of trouble. Some people, it just happens by mistake. When you go out in the boat, you don't hope to use the life jackets, and the winch is a little bit like that. It's a safety piece of equipment we've got on board that we can get ourselves out of trouble. Our cars are very expensive, so have one of these on is great peace of mind. So come down and see us at Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive or give us a call. Our expert staff know all about winches and what you need to get on your vehicle to make sure you've got that peace of mind on your next big trip.